What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another video. Hope you're all well, hope you're all safe. Crazy times at the moment out there. Back with another daily video today. Let's look at the latest stuff that's going off at Arsenal. There's always something going off. Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving. Big up everyone in the comments. And if you're watching this afterwards as well, hit me up in the comments after and see if you agree with what we're talking about today. So the first one. Dominic Szoboszlai, the Hungarian midfielder who's playing for RB Salzburg at the moment. Now, his manager has come out and said that he expects him to leave in the upcoming January transfer window. He said that Szoboszlai, you know, he's a player that he likes very much. He said he's been putting in fantastic performances, but that he expects him to potentially move on in the January transfer window. And to me, this is a player Arsenal should be targeting. I think he's a brilliant player. Everything I've seen of him says that he will work. I know we was talking yesterday about the link to Christian Eriksen in that potential swap deal. I believe that's paper talk. Although you never know. You never know. You have still got to comment on it and see what's going on. Just in case it happens, you can't ignore it. Because you look like a bit of a fool if you say, this is just paper talk, and then it ends up happening. But Szoboszlai, for me, is a player that I said late. Again, apologies, man. 1 minute late. Better late than never, as they say. Let's have a quick look at them stories, by the way. Big up everyone in the comments. Thank you very much for tuning in. Big up Curtis. Szoboszlai will be perfect for the club as well as Eriksen. So you think both? It will definitely sort out our creative issues, that's for sure. Still not giving up on Ozil. It's interesting. We're going to do something on that. Let's see if Ozil comes back in January. Afternoon, Curtis. Hope you're well. Big up, bro. Thank you very much. Big up all you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. What up, Curtis? Yeah, I'm good, man. Hope you're well. Mr. Shaw in the house. Musa, big up, man. Like Big C. Respect, Musa. Hope everyone is keeping well. D Solo. Salute, Big C. Arsenal, make it happen. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Big C, please replace like a threat. Hey, if only, bro. If only, Big up Curtis, yeah, man. Yo, Curtis, hope you're well. Yeah, everything's good, man. Just plodding away as usual. Now, let's have a look at this story, get a little bit more context on this. Hey, big up Curtly, by the way. Big boy name, man. I'm not far off. Curtis, Curtly, we're close. Right, let's have a look at this story here. Dominic Szoboszlai being linked with a move. Will Arsenal be the team that get him? Now, RB Salzburg boss says Arsenal target Szoboszlai will move in January. After being linked with a move to Arsenal, the boss of Szoboszlai has revealed that he expects the player to leave. Now, Szoboszlai, who's just had a brilliant international break, getting Hungary qualified for the Euros. He scored the winning goal, actually. Szoboszlai has said here, Red Bull Salzburg manager Jesse March believes his star player Szoboszlai will make a big money move in January with Arsenal interested. Szoboszlai has become one of the most sought-after talents. After impressing in the Austrian Bundesliga, he achieved 14 goal contributions in just 13 games, leading to interest from Arsenal and Real Madrid. Szoboszlai has a release clause that stands at 22.5 million, which is good when his potential in the current market. Szoboszlai is a cheaper alternative to Hossam Awol. What do you guys think? Would Szoboszlai be the answer for you? £22.5 million. He's 20 years of age, Hungarian international. I'd be trying to get him in. I think that could be a great solution to our problems in this window. I'm not sure Leon would allow Awol to leave in January. I think they will hold out until the end of the season. And I think that deal is much harder. For £22 million, it's a no-brainer. He's 20, he's an international. He's going to the Euros in the summer. You buy him for 22 million and he goes and have a good Euros. He's already worth 40, 50 million. And you can't lose. If he doesn't do great, maybe you sell him back to maybe the German Bundesliga. You might get your money back. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. Also, reports saying that it's installments. You don't even have to pay the 22.5 at once. It's an absolute no-brainer. Bargain price tag, it's a no-brainer, says Ebby. I mean, for real. Why didn't we go for Szoboszlai last window? Broke FC. It's a crazy one. Why did we wait? Big up from Trinidad. Yes, Naveen. Hope you're well over there. Could triple his value in the near future. 20 million is a steal. Absolute bargain, man. There's no doubt about it. Arteta will play him as a centre-back. Jeez. We've got that many players in defence at the moment. Big up, says Evan. Musa says, I keep telling, man, that awol is a light Ceballos, not as creative as you think. I have to admit, I do like awol, but I've kind of seen things that tell me that he's not as creative as we might think. He doesn't get a lot of assists, doesn't get a lot of goals. I think he's more of a number 8. So, yeah, he could really be in that Dani Ceballos role, which is not exactly what we need, man. What has awol done this season? He's having a quiet season, I've got to admit. Is it that, he's missed out on the move and his head's kind of gone a little bit? We've seen it happen with players before. But he's definitely not having a great season for Lyon at the moment. Szoboszlai over awol, cheaper and 2 years younger. I think it just makes sense. We could buy awol for 45 million. There's no guarantees. He's very small as well. Very small. Is he the answer? Szoboszlai, for me, 20 million is a no-brainer. Awol is Ozil 2.0. That'll be interesting. Lacazette hat-trick and Willian masterclass coming in the role as number 10. You heard it here first. Let's see, man. Lennox says, big up from Jamaica. I always ask you questions, but you never respond. But big up yourself same way. Hey, apologies, man. I try and read as many as I can. For you guys who come on here on a regular basis, I'm very interactive with you guys. But, of course, sometimes I can't read all of them. But big up for supporting anyway, Lennox. Get your questions in, man. I'll try and read as many as I can. Isn't Szoboszlai a bit too line? I think he's, he looks quite quick, man. And I think he could deal with the Prem. 25 million, man. This guy can get us top 4. Hope we get him. I really hope we get him. Where will this leave players like Smith Rowe and Willock? I mean, I think Smith Rowe is going to be loaned out in January. Willock, I think Joe Willock still has probably got a chance of getting in the team. I don't think it's completely out for him to get in the team. Our price tag is too heavy, I reckon. Only turned up in the Champions League. Possibly. I mean, you look at Lyon, they had a terrible season in the league. They didn't even make the Europa League, I don't think. I don't think they're even in the Europa League this year. That is a team that got to the Champions League semi-final last season. So it's crazy. Ericsson, why are we now the Chelsea and Tottenham retirement home? Let's hope it's just paper talk, man. But you never know. Arsenal always seem to do these silly moves, man, trying to cut corners. Zanji said, Arsenal fans always overhype players. Awar is not a game changer, but would be great by Partey. Szoboszlai is a clinical goal threat and creative outlet. For me, Szoboszlai is the one we go for. Big up, Peter. Thank you very much for your super chat, bro. He says, easy, Curtis. Like your show. Love the content as usual. Thank you very much, Peter. I really appreciate that. You're always supporting. Big up all you guys in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already as well. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think. Ceballos needs to play further forward to create. He plus told deep. That's what he plays too deep. That's why. Yeah, possibly. I mean, do you think Ceballos could play in that 10 role? I'm not sure. Maybe worth the try. Sell Eddie Sanogo. Man, I call him Eddie Sanogo. I think he scored last night, actually, for the England under-21s. Good goal as well. Mistake not signing Decore, in my opinion. I think for 20 million, he was definitely a bargain. Adam says, Awar only got 3 goals and 4 assists the whole of last season. 80 mil is a mistake. I mean, I think he would cost probably 40, 45. But yeah, them stats are not overly like anything to get carried away by. That's for sure. Austin says, Curtis Awar is overpriced. Trust me, Szoboszlai is value for money. 100%. I agree with that. No brainer. I don't think Ceballos has the ability to play in an advanced role. Interesting. How about signing Eric Bailly? Very good player. A few years ago, I did like him. He's just very injury prone, man. That's the problem. Arsenal should sack Arteta tonight. Oh, bro, I don't think there's any chance of that happening. He's going to be given more time, of course. Arsenal need more than one player. Need 4 or 5 world-class players, if only, man. 4 or 5 is very expensive. Kishan said, much respect, Curtis. Players don't make a good manager. A good manager makes brilliant players. You can get any player. They won't perform because they need individual understanding. Arteta is lacking. Quite damning of the manager there. Why was Arteta able to assist Raheem Sterling in becoming a better player, but it seems he is not able to do the same thing for Pepe? What is your opinion on that? First of all, I think Sterling was further down the line than Pepe was at the time. Sterling was already an integral part of the City team, integral part of Manchester City's team. And, it could be an attitude thing. Maybe Sterling really wanted to improve and work. Maybe there is a problem with Pepe. Emery didn't seem to want to play him. Lundberg dropped him after a game or two. And now Arteta. So maybe we got to look at the player himself. Curtis, if Arsenal lose to Leeds, will the questions be asked of the board about Arteta? 100%. 100%. I think more has to be done by the manager, by the board. I don't think they backed him enough in the summer. We shouldn't be sitting here now talking about creative midfielder. We should have done that in the same window. If Szoboszlai was there then, why didn't you get him then? Why didn't you pay the extra money if awol was the guy that you really wanted? But we'll see. Yo, Curtis, have you figured out what the process is, bro? I think we're all trying to figure it out. I definitely don't know. I think trust the process is just a saying that is like, if things are going wrong, don't panic. Give him more time, and that's nonsense to me. Smash the like button, peeps. Support the brother. Thank you very much, Adam. Hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already. Keep getting your comments in. Brilliant comments. Love all the interaction. To be honest, Ozil, Guendouzi and Pepe, why can't Arteta get along? It's interesting. It is interesting, Does he have an issue with players with big personalities? We've seen this before with other managers. I'm Austrian. Szoboszlai is very good, but he's not creative as you lot think. He is, but we need both him and awol. There you go. Thank you very much for your insight. Somebody who's probably, seen him in that league a lot more. Give us some more info on him. I saw he got quite a few goals and assists last season. What is he, more of a goal scorer and a runner? He looks quick. Arteta has had only 6 months. Calm down. I mean, he's actually been there 11 months. But yeah, you take away the time when we had lockdown. And so I suppose he couldn't work with the players on the training ground. But I don't think it's because he's making basic errors that even us as fans, we can see he's making mistakes. Things like playing Willian up front, leaving Saliba out all the time, leaving Gabriel out at Anfield, constantly playing Aubameyang on the left. These things need questioning, and they are blatant mistakes, in my opinion. Szoboszlai isn't silky. He looks like a good runner, though. US team has some great young talent killing it right now. Yeah, there are some good players over there. You've seen with Pulisic and players like that. Some of the choices Arteta makes in the lineups and not giving young players a chance is poor. You make a great point there. Free Pepe, your name is. Great name as well. I agree. I actually thought Arteta would be all over the young players. I thought being such a good young progressive coach, he would want to play young players. And I'm really surprised he hasn't. Big up Curtis, what do you think about Gonzalo Guedes playing up front alongside Aubameyang and Pepe? I think we were linked with him at one stage. Was it under Emery? Yeah, but nothing happened in that deal. He is quick. Would we go for him? Possibly, because he can play on the left. Then you got Aubameyang through the middle, Pepe on the right. Yeah, it could be someone to look at. Curtis, don't you feel that the board has let Arteta down? He wanted awol, but the board failed him. I think they let him down, but I still think he's got enough to work with. That's where I do question him. I think if he was picking the right lineups, then we could say, all right, he's doing the best he can. He's picking a good team, good formation, and it just hasn't worked. But he's picking wild teams. So that's where my question is. I do think the board should have got him the creative player as well. But how many managers get everything in one window, I still think there's enough with Ozil, with Pepe, with Saka. You can create chances in other ways. You saw with Liverpool last season, they didn't have a midfielder who was amazing on the ball. We've got that with Thiago now. But last season, the creativity came from Trent and Robertson. So we have to find a different solution. So that's where I do sort of question Arteta. Rion says, Curtis, my guy, how come you would have took Jose for our manager? Good question. I get asked this question a lot. I think there's a weak mentality in the dressing room at Arsenal. I think the only way sometimes to improve that is to put a winner in there. There's no doubt Jose is a winner. He has a winning mentality. You don't win 25 major trophies if you're not a winner. I think he demands more of players. I think a lot of Arsenal players have had a free ride for a long time. You know, players are comfortable. Players get new contracts after 4 or 5 good games after having 2 bad years. And I think it needed a big shake-up. I do. And I think Arteta is seeing the problems within the dressing room now. And that's why he's struggling, because some of these players will let you down. You'll get 3 or 4 good games out of Hector Bellerin. Then he'll drop a stinker. Rob Holding will do the same. Granit Xhaka, Mustafi, even Lacazette. These guys, you get a few good performances, then they let you down. And I think Jose would have demanded more. I think he would have pushed the board harder to move in a different direction. And people say he plays defensive football. They've scored double the goals that we've scored this season, and they've conceded less. So I think that whole he just plays defensive football thing is a bit of a myth at times. You know, he's still the record holder for most goals scored in La Liga with Real Madrid. So that's what I would have gone for him. But I mean, it's gone, hasn't it? We've gone in a different direction. Yeah, but Jose is not a yes man. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And that's why the board didn't want nothing to do with him. Let's be honest. On top of that, Mourinho is on £15 million a season and Arteta's on 4 million. You know how our board operates already, man. They were looking for the cheap option. Jose is a winner. He's not afraid to take players aside and talk to them. Exactly. Communication is key. This was my worry about Mikel Arteta. Yeah, you're a good coach. Are you a good man manager? And I see a lot of problems this season in his man management skills. Look at the way he's dealt with Pepe. Look at the way he's dealt with Ozil, Saliba. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is getting in the England squad and can't get in the Arsenal team. It's crazy, man. Absolute madness. The game v Leeds is huge for Arteta's future. It is, because if we beat Leeds, we then go against Wolves at home, who I think we can beat if we beat Leeds. Then you've got the North London derby. We have to go into that game with confidence. We can't go in with a couple of bad results. We need to win. What has Jose won for us lately? I mean, what did he win? I mean, at Man United, he won the Europa League. He won the League Cup. He came second in the league. That was where a team where he had problems with the board, you know. I suppose Tottenham, he's only been there a season or half a season or whatever, but we'll see this season. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Jose flops at Tottenham. Of course I do. He's not the Arsenal manager, so I don't want him to do well, but I just think he would have been a very good manager for us. I won't deny that. Can't see Arteta lasting the season considering the choices he's made so far. I have to admit I'm concerned for him. Very concerned for him. Good point made with Liverpool, Curtis. Yeah. As an opposition fan looking in, Arteta won a cup in less than 6 months, which is crazy. I've been waiting almost 30 years for that trophy. I just think every club has different expectations, though. You know, no disrespect, but the FA Cup just buys you time, really. You know, it buys you time because realistically, your club is judged by the Premier League. All right, if you're in the Champions League, yeah, you can finish 8th and win the Champions League. We don't care. We would celebrate that. But winning the FA Cup, finishing 8th, and then starting the next season bad, we can only talk about that FA Cup for so long. The real judgment on a manager is how good are you in the league? What's your style of play? What is your system? What's your formation? You know, he's been at the club 11 months. We don't know what his formation he wants to play. We don't know what his best team is. You know, so that's where the problem is. I have faith in Arteta because he understands this new era of how football has evolved. However, he is too much of a tactician, not much of a risk taker. I think he needs to find that balance. I agree with that. Definitely. He'll know the modern game inside out, but he's very cautious. Look at the way Jose manages Delhi. No chance our players would even survive a day, to be honest. Yo, man, you got to get with the program. Dele Alli tried to stroll around. The man got dismissed. Yo, that little lazy attitude ain't going to get you nowhere. Big up, Curtis. Will Liverpool retain the league with almost all of their back four out of the team? I think Liverpool will win the title. Trent's only out for a couple of weeks. I think Robertson, he's not out for too long either. I know they've lost Gomez and obviously Van Dijk. Van Dijk probably the best centre-back in the world. I think with Matip, and I think they'll sign a centre back. They had a young centre back, I can't remember his name, who played the other week, who looked decent. I still think they've got the best team. Once Thiago's in that midfield as well, alongside probably Henderson and Fabinho, their front three speaks for itself. They've had a Jota. I still think Liverpool are the team who will probably win the title this season. Where do you think Arsenal will finish? If we carry on how we're playing at the moment and what we're doing, I think we'll finish like 6th or 7th, if I'm honest. If we change our system, be a bit more attacking, get the players in their best positions, we've got a chance of getting in the top 4. It's wide open. It's absolutely wide open. Man City don't look as good. Tottenham, you don't know. Mourinho could blow up. Chelsea have signed so many players, it may take time. Man United have got good players, but we know they haven't got a good manager. So it's there, but he may have to try and win the Europa League instead, man. The top 4 may get away from him. Liverpool are low-key lucky getting all the injuries at the start when results don't matter as much, but they're getting bad injuries. So, it's all right saying get them at the start, but Van Dijk's out for the whole season. I think Gomez is out till the start of April. So, yeah, so it's a tricky one. Do you think it's time for Ainsley Maitland-Niles to start now, Curtis? I do, man. I think it's time to drop Bella and get Ainsley in, man. I think he's had enough of a chance at right back and hasn't been great. Arteta is a yes man to the board. That's why he won't succeed. Should have had Ozil in the team, but bent to the pressure. He certainly wanted to get him involved. Right, some of you guys asking about Willian. Let's have a look at this Willian situation. I don't know what to make of this story, to be honest. Some of you will have heard about this already anyway. So Willian, Arteta's star signing of the summer. Willian has been on holiday in Dubai during this international break. Arsenal winger Willian has to return a negative COVID-19 test before he can rejoin the Gunners, as trip to Dubai raises questions. So during this international break, Willian was left out of the Brazilian squad. I don't think that's a surprise considering how he's been playing. He has been training with Arsenal, but has gone to Dubai for a few days, which I don't understand, because I'm sure the team have been training. Now, Dubai is not on the quarantine list. It is a country that you can travel to from the UK without having to self-isolate. But on Monday night, he posted this picture. Willian in a restaurant in Dubai with Salt Bay, the famous Salt Bay, in that steak restaurant in Dubai. Now, rumours are going around that we're not sure at this stage was Willian given permission by Arsenal or not to make this trip. If he was, fair enough. No problem. It's a non-starter, this story. But the problem is, because he's gone abroad, and it's not for work, it's not for football or anything like that, he's going to have a COVID test. Now, obviously, at the moment, cases are rising around the world. If he comes back with a positive test, he will require 14 days in quarantine, which would make him possibly miss the next 2 or 3 games for Arsenal, which we don't need at the moment. We need all our players available. Now, when you're not playing great and you're out of form, taking pictures like this is only going to wind the Arsenal fan base up now. I get it. You're a footballer. You're a human being. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You need social time. Football is not everyday life 24/7. You went to Dubai to relax, to get some warm weather, to socialize with friends. Fair enough. It's just, if he comes back with a positive test, hopefully he doesn't. And if he didn't have permission, then it's a bad look, especially when you're out of form. That's for certain. So, yeah. He hasn't breached any rules, but he's going to have a test when he gets back. And let's hope it's a negative test. So what do you guys make of that? I mean, it's not a huge story, let's face it. It's a bit of a funny one, to be honest. But, I mean, if he hasn't asked permission, then I'm sure Mikel Arteta will drop him, because Pepe deserves that opportunity. I don't want Willian to get dropped because he's done something wrong like that. I want him to get dropped because the manager realizes that we need to do something else. You know, we need to play someone else. We need to play Nicolas Pepe. So let's see. If Willian misses them games, it's not a big loss. I see this as a positive. I mean, you still want him available, though, don't you? You know, it's still better to have as many players available as possible. But I just hope Pepe gets his chance, and I hope it's for football reasons. Willian in Dubai doing the Samba. I mean, bro, the guy's had like 1.5 good games since he's joined Arsenal. And man's doing Salt Bay over there in Dubai. I know someone's saying here, Willian and David Luiz own a restaurant. Yeah, I'm aware of that. So maybe he was doing some work-related stuff over there. So yeah, I'm not gonna hammer him. I don't know the full story. You know, he's just a regular human being. Probably need a little break at the end of the day. But people are hammering him here, by the way. Oh no, come on. Hey Daniel, don't do that. We can't say things like that, man. This is a serious pandemic we're in. We can't wish that on anyone. Willian ain't quick enough for the wing anymore. I agree with that. I think he should be playing in the 10 role or on the bench, you know, not on the right. He's not sprinting past left back. So, nah. Big up Cy Tyson. Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. He says, Curtis, what front three would you like to see v Leeds? Listen, I think 99% of the fan base will say Aubameyang, Saka and Pepe. That, for me, is the front three. With Aubameyang through the middle, by the way, because you know Mikel Arteta, he might play Saka central or something. You never know with him. So, but thank you for that side, Tyson. I appreciate that, bro. D Solo says, free up Pepe now to Ross. Yo, everyone can see that, man. Everyone can see it. Give the man a chance. Man said, swap Willian with Salt Bay. Yo, the way this man's been playing, he probably couldn't do much worse. Big up Curtis and big up for the donation side. Yeah, man. Bless up to all of you guys who are supporting the channel. Really appreciate that. Doesn't matter if you get dropped by an inch or a mile. Dropping is dropping. Play Pepe. Yeah, Pepe has to get his chance now. I really hope Mikel Arteta uses this international break to realise the mistakes he's making and to pick the right team. Big up Curtis from Kenya. Do you think we'll play the three at the back against Leeds? I do, you know. I do. I mean, I probably wouldn't, but I think he will. I don't think he'll change the formation. I think he'll change some of the personnel. But no, I don't expect him to change the formation. It's just not in Mikel Arteta's way, in my opinion. I think he's way too cautious to do that. Curtis, what do you think of Samara in France? I mean, I think they were likening him as the new Pogba at one stage. He looks decent. I haven't seen much of him. Looks athletic, tall. Let's hit the like button. Yeah, big up, man. Would you play Ceballos, Partey and Willock as a midfield three? I wouldn't mind that. Plenty of energy, decent ball players. Not bad. Willock has to play. I think Willock's definitely knocking on the door for a chance. Definitely. Curtis, when is Martinelli coming back? He is in training at the moment, not with the team. He's doing running. Apparently he's available in December. Towards the end of December. We need him back. The old Arsene Wenger term, you know, he'll be like a new signing, but he actually will be. Big up Curtis from Ethiopia. Hey, big up, man. Thank you for your support. Wherever you guys are in the world, I really appreciate your support. Keep getting your comments in. We're worldwide on here, man. Everyone get involved. Lots of interaction. Pablo Mari is back. I mean, that signing has just been a strange one. I just don't... we'll see when he comes back. I don't want to write him off yet, to be honest. But it just seems like a strange signing. More of a squad player, in my opinion. Curtis, have you looked more into the membership scheme or have you been pretty busy? I've been busy. I have had a little look at it. If you guys want me to do memberships, I'll leave it down to you. If you want memberships on there and you want extra perks and whatever and more interaction and things like that, then it's something I'll do. I'll leave it down to you guys to decide. Cedric, 4-year deal. Why? Hey, listen, man. Envelopes. Brown envelopes galore, man. I'm telling you. A few people there. Let me just get my phone. A few people are saying something about Kolasinac. possibly with this COVID-19 thing. I just want to check that. Let's have a look if there's any truth in that. Said Kolasinac. You're right. Big up the people, man, in the comments. So Said Kolasinac has tested positive for coronavirus, so he will be out as well. I mean, I know he hasn't been playing at the moment. Big up you guys in the chat. I saw a few of you saying it. I didn't really want to talk about it until I knew, but yeah, Kolasinac, the Bosnia FA have confirmed that Said Kolasinac has come back with a positive COVID-19 test. He will now self-isolate for 14 days. So there you go. Another player comes back. This whole international break has been an absolute farce. You know, players from all around the world traveling all over the place, coming back with these positive tests. It's such a crazy period of life, man. But these international games should have been, you know, moved to another time or something. So get well soon. Said Kolasinac, man. 2 of our players coming back with positive coronavirus tests. Smash the like button, folks. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys' support. Thank you for letting me know in the comments, man. I wouldn't have known that. So keeping me right up to date. Did Arteta demand too much to the players, making them not expressing themselves much? I think he's very rigid. Very rigid. He doesn't seem to allow you to just play with freedom. And that's what he needs to change. Curtis, I'm not hearing this Arteta has been here 6 months. He has been here 11 months. The players were only in lockdown for 2 months. He plays negative football, horrible manager. Take it you're not a big fan of him, bro. Nah, I agree, though. His football is way too negative. Big up Felix. He says, Curtis, do you have any idea about the coaching staff at Arsenal? I wonder what level they are. I mean, I'm sure they're highly qualified, but they just, I don't know. At the end of the day, Arteta's the one who makes the decisions. You can have great coaches, but it's down to the manager. Eddie keeps scoring for the under-21s. He does. He does, but not really for Arsenal. Curtis, will you be in the Arteta out camp if we lose to Leeds? I'm close. I'll give him a little more time, but I think the next 3 games are pivotal for him. You know, Leeds, Wolves and Spurs. We come back with 3 or 4 points maybe out of them, and I think his job's on the line. And it's horrible that it's like that, but I just think he's created so many problems for himself at the start of this season. LG, I mean, this guy cannot stand Ainsley, man. Man said even a 50-year-old Cedric over him. Jeez, man. Ainsley, man. Give Ainsley a run in the team. Rikin said Guendouzi was balling hard for the under-21s France. He's been doing well this season for Hertha Berlin. The manager was saying the other day he's already interested in buying him. Daniel said confident for the Leeds game, Curtis. No, I'm not. I've got to be honest. I can't be confident in this team at the moment because of how we're setting up. I'm not confident that the manager will attack and play on the front foot. I still believe Aubameyang could be on the left. You just don't know. I don't trust him at the moment. Can we bid for Aarons now? I think Max Aaron's a good player. I'm surprised no one's bought him. We should have taken 20 million for Maitland-Niles. I mean, Ebby, why did we turn down 20 million for a player that you don't even want to play? That 20 million could have got us awol. You know, that might have been the difference. The extra 20 million to spend. There you go. But again, these decisions, who was making these decisions in the summer? You can't trust these players. You're right, man. Big up the real captain, and thank you for your support as well, always supporting. Curtis, our injured players are back come January. They're like a new signing. Here we go. The old Wenger talk, man. Oh, we've got him back. He's like a new signing. But I do think Martinelli can make a big difference. He is definitely, you know, a real top baller. But then Arteta wasn't playing him before he got injured. Curtis, do you have a player who you feel has played better than anticipated so far? I think Gabriel is the one. You know, signing a 22-year-old from the French league who's really only had 1 season at a real high level. It surprised me how well he's done. I think he's been exceptional. Apart from that, how many players are playing well for us? Big C, just joined. What have I missed, bro? We were just talking about Szoboszlai's manager saying that he expects him to leave in January, and whether Arsenal will get him. And of course, Willian went on holiday to Dubai, taking pictures with Salt Bay in the restaurant. Was he given permission to do that trip? And he obviously has to do a COVID-19 test. So if he comes back with a positive test, I'm sure the manager will be fuming. And of course, you guys with the breaking news, Said Kolasinac has tested positive for COVID-19 as well. So 2 of our players, Kolasinac and El Neni, have come back from international duty, unavailable now. So get well soon to both of them guys. Szoboszlai, 20 million. I mean, come on, bro. It's a no-brainer. Even if we haven't seen much of him, you see enough of him to see that the guy's worth 20 million. He's 20 years of age, man. Come on. D. Guna says, big up, Big C. Like, subscribe this page. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate your support. Big up all you guys in the comments. Keep getting your comments in. Get this stream to 200 likes, people. Yeah, hit that like button, man. Best way to get it shared and, for people to look at it. Hit that like button for our man. Respect, man. If only Curtis were a Liverpool fan. Big up from Harlem. Liverpool fan for life. Love what you do, bro. Yeah, as I said before, man, my dad is a Liverpool fan. So, he tried to make me a Liverpool fan when I was younger. But Ian Wright, I always say, Ian Wright, I was a young striker growing up and I was drawn to Wrighty, the personality, the celebrations. It made me want to support them, man. So, it was always Arsenal for me. Big C to 20K soon come. Big up, Rick. And yeah, soon come, man. We'll get there. Hopefully sometime early in the new year, we'll get to that 20K mark, man. That would be great. Curtis, do you think we need another left back? I would say we do. Because I would move Kolasinac on. And then I think you need another left back to go with Tierney. You can't have one left back. So yeah, I think once Kolasinac goes, then we will. John Barnes was a real G for Liverpool. He was good. He was a good, very good player. Curtis Mustafi to Barca. What is this? It's got to be paper talk, bro. I mean, I know they're having problems this season, but like they must want some real problems if they want to buy him. You should have supported Liverpool, bro. Arsenal stress is too much. Yeah, it's stressful now. It has been stressful for a while. Don't get twisted though. Liverpool had a lot of bad times, man. They had times where they weren't winning trophies, and they haven't won that Premier League. It took them 20 years to win that, 19 years, but they have won the Champions League. So yeah, it is stressful supporting Arsenal. Any news on the Dangote group? That would be the biggest thing for our future. We definitely got to get new owners, man. Dangote said 2021. He better speak up, man, next year. But I don't know whether he was genuine with that or not. Do you miss Emery ball? I got to be honest, the first year under Emery, apart from the last 2 weeks when he bottled it, that was a good season. I went to a lot of games that year and enjoyed it. We scored goals. We attacked. Aubameyang won the Golden Boot. Lacazette won Player of the Season. That was an enjoyable season. Up until the last 2 weeks, we bottled Crystal Palace, bottled Brighton, and then got battered by Chelsea, and it ruined it. But then the second season, his football was diabolical, so he lost the job, man. Big up Curtis, West London, Gooner in the place. No chance the Cronkays would sell up. They would have to get a massive offer. And that's for sure for them to sell. He didn't bottle it. The players snaked him. I do believe in the Europa League final, I blame the players. He picked a team that was strong. You shouldn't need motivation for a European final, man. Come on, you can't blame the manager as long as he picks the right team. And he picked a decent team for that final. So, yeah, I blame the players for the Europa League final. I think the league games, he can take some responsibility for it because he definitely, I remember the Palace game when he played Carl Jenkinson out of nowhere, just brought him in the team and he brought El Neni in and Zaha ripped Jenkinson to shreds. It was a nightmare. I am Hungarian. Dominic's name is Szoboszlai. This is the way you spell it. Okay, Daniel, give us a rundown of him, man. Hit me up. What's his strengths? What's his weaknesses? Do you think he's worth 22 million? Do you think he'd be good at Arsenal? Let me know, man. Subscribe and slap the like button, fam. Come on, man. You know what you're talking about, superhero. He only lost 3 in 13. Yeah, I mean, but we were drawing. The football was really bad. The fans You know, Arteta's lucky that the fans aren't in the ground, I'm telling you, because he would be under more pressure. Mikel Arteta. So, yeah, he can count himself lucky in that sense. Is Saka better than Tierney at left back? Oh, do you know what? Saka had a very good time at left back. I think he's probably better further forward. But it's an interesting point. He got a lot of assists from there. I think maybe Tierney's a bit better defensively. Saka probably better going forward. I would love to see Saka in that number 10 role. A few players have asked that. A few people, have asked that. Yeah, I think he could play there, but I think at the moment he's thriving on that left-hand side, man. Your opinion on 5 subs in the Premier League? I see that the Championship have just voted for that today, in favour of that. I think it should be happening. The only reason we haven't got it in the Premier League is because all the lower clubs with weaker squads, they don't want Man City and Liverpool and Arsenal. They don't want you bringing on 5 players who are still a very good level, where they may be bringing on 5 who are not so good. It's half of your outfield team at the end of the day. But I think given the year, the amount of games they're being asked to play, I think it's ridiculous that we're not using 5 subs, man. Why do you think we're getting so many injuries? So yeah, it's just the little clubs who've stopped that from happening. Yeah, 5 subs is a must. It's a no-brainer. Hopefully they change their mind on that. These Arsenal players are so unpredictable, you know. They could turn it up against Leeds if they feel like it. And that's why I don't like this team, because you can't turn up and be like that. I don't think you have success when your team is like that. One week they're great, the next week they don't do anything, you know. That's why I can't rely on them. With our team, a 4-4-2 is the best system, with the wingers cutting in and supplying. With the high press, the number 10 is a redundant position. Thus, Ozil is relaxing at home, but football changes. I think a lot of managers now, they've moved away from that 4-4-2. They just like having 3 players in midfield. I agree with you to a certain extent about the 10. The 10 has kind of gone out of the game now. You just allow one of your midfield 3 to be the one that attacks, but you can't just float around in that 10 role like Ozil and David Silva and these guys used to. Willian stay in Dubai though. Oh, people them are not feeling well. Do you know what it is? Willian's been shocking so far, I have to admit, but he got 9 goals, 7 assists last season. Surely he can produce more than what he's doing. Or maybe he's just come here to chill and relax, man, and see out his career, which is, I think, what a lot of people were worried about with Willian. Has he come to Arsenal to just chill? And we genuinely haven't got time for that. Remember when Arsenal's midfield could destroy any team in the world? Yeah, the Vieira days and them days, even the days when we had Fabregas and that. We had a bit of a different side to us then. We could just pass the ball and outdo anyone. We didn't really have the power them times, though. Heady 1 versus Tion Wayne versus Willian in Dubai. Right, everyone's in Dubai right now, man. I see that madness with Tion Wayne and Heady yesterday, man. It's mad. The whole of London seems to be in Dubai right now. Big up Curtis from Fletcher Dread in Bermuda. Big up, man. Respect. Willian is bad, but he's gone downhill at Arsenal. He has. Definitely has. And that can't all just be down to him. What's your thoughts on internationals? Boring. I'm so glad we haven't got an international break till March. We can go all the way through Christmas, New Year, you know, watch-alongs and previews, reviews. I'm going to get guests on. So many things lined up for the show and for the channel. With all you guys' support, I want to take it to the next level, man. But you guys are making it happen with your interaction. So I can only thank you for that. Why me? Why not? Says Fabregas. Nasri Haleb was sick, and you can even chuck Rosicky in it. We had the ultimate balling midfield. We probably didn't have enough power, but we could play some mad football, man, with them guys in the team. Curtis, are you Jamaican? Yeah, half Jamaican. Well, my dad's Jamaican, so yeah. Curtis, which other available manager would you go for if Arteta goes? I think you got to be looking Allegri or Poch. They're the only 2 that spring to mind, really. What other big manager is out of work at the moment? Yeah, one of them. But which one would you take out of those 2? That's the thing. Name one player we should sign to put next to Partey. I do think awol would be good. I do worry about his lack of height a little bit. I like that Szoboszlai. I do like him. Apart from that, we're a little bit short, man. There aren't many great centre mids out there at the moment that are probably available. Says Allegri. A lot of people asking for that Ajax manager. What's his name again? Is it Ten Hag? He's created a lot of good players over there. Allegri is too defensive. That's what a lot of people said. And Allegri did play 5 at the back a lot at Juventus as well. People saying Poch, Divesh says Poch. Would you take Poch? Ex-Tottenham? Would the board, would the fans be patient with him? I just think our fan base is very reactionary. I think if he had a run of bad results, the whole Tottenham thing would just come to the surface. And that's the problem. Fekir, a few years ago, I would have definitely taken him. I don't know how he's done since the injury. I know he was in the team of the season last year in La Liga. I believe he's at Real Betis. I do like Fekir, I have to admit. So people are saying Allegri and Poch. I think Nagelsmann, a few of you are saying he does play good football. You saw Man United smash his team all over the place, and he's very young as well. Hassan Hootel. Yeah, he was linked with, I think he was linked with a Tottenham job. Would you take Eriksen for Xhaka? Eriksen wouldn't be my answer, but if I was forced, I'd look at it like Xhaka, to me, holds no use to Arsenal. At least Eriksen could do something for us, but I would rather sell Xhaka and buy a replacement rather than do that swap deal, if I got to be honest with you. Marco Rosa from Mönchengladbach seems to be very highly rated as well. Nagelsmann is 33. You know, this would be a very big job for him. Jamaican, I thought you played for another Caribbean country, Dominica, I reckon. Yeah, Dominica is my mum's side. Jamaica is my dad's side. So yeah, obviously I can play for numerous countries. Tony Pulis. Well, we've already got Tony Pulis in charge, haven't we? The Spanish Tony Pulis. Go easy, man. I'm only joking. Some man get real hurt when you talk about Arteta. Would you take Big Sam for England manager over Southgate? I think Southgate's shocking. I think Southgate is a shocking manager, honestly. England won't win anything with him in charge. We've actually got a golden generation in England at the moment of attacking players. You look at the likes of Sancho, Rashford, Grealish, Kane, you know, all these players, Sterling, and the man's playing, Southgate is appalling. You know, I go from all that negative Arsenal football, go to international break, and Southgate's playing football like that. But, you know, at least Jamaica beat Saudi Arabia anyway yesterday, man. Big up the Reggae boys, man. Seen Ravel Morrison doing madness for them. Southgate is just a B-Tech Sam Allardyce. You know what? I think Big Sam might have done a better job. You know, he just does things simple. Rate Partey's start out of 10, I would say 7. Started well, but, you know, he can't do it by himself, can he? Would you take Odsonne Edouard or over Lacazette? I would. I think it's worth taking the gamble now and getting Lacazette out in the summer. Big up from a Jamaican in Trinidad. Big up, man. Bless up. Would you take Lucien Favre? Where's he at? I've heard his name before. I don't even know what club he's at, to be honest. Luis Enrique would have been the perfect manager for us had he not gone to the Spain national team. And obviously the other day, the man slapped up Germany 6-0, you know. Whew. When do you ever see Germany lose 6-0? That result was crazy, man. I agree with this. Need 2 wins out of the next 3 games. Well, does he have to go? I don't know, but his job will be on the line for certain. Okay, yeah, you're right. The Dortmund manager. Yeah, Dortmund always seem to be able to find a good manager. Their philosophy just kind of stays the same, so it doesn't seem to affect them. Yeah, I agree, man. Southgate is terrible. Really poor manager. Big up all the Jamaican in the chat. Yeah, man, bless up. Big up, Kurt. It's always a pleasure tuning in while working from home. Yeah, man, everyone take time, man. I'm working from home as well. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. I will be back tomorrow. I think around 2 o'clock. Hopefully, I will have a guest on tomorrow. I've lined up Robbie and Turkish this week. Them two will be on this week. I've also got a Leeds United fan coming on for a preview show. That'll be out before. That should be out Friday, actually. Friday, so look out for that one. Curtis, is the Turkish Cheap Show coming out today with Deluded? Yep, that should be out tonight. About 7 o'clock. Deluded's coming on the Turkish Cheap Show. Big up my boy Deluded. Deluded, I'll be doing a show with him at some stage this week as well. So Deluded, Robbie, Turkish. There'll be 3 of the guests that will be on this week. So look out for that. And obviously, I've got the Leeds fan coming up for the preview. I'll be doing the live stream of the game on Sunday as well. That's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. If we can't beat Leeds going into the games against Wolves and Tottenham, I'll be worried for Mikel Arteta. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Thank you very much for all your brilliant comments. Take care and stay safe, and I will be back tomorrow.